And I think that Bivol is going to get better from the experience of having been in there with the boogeyman.
Renowned boxing analyst Teddy Atlas emphasizes that contrary to popular belief, Bivol's mental resilience matches, if not surpasses, that of Beterbiev. Promoter Eddie Hearn has also weighed in on the upcoming rematch between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol. Hearn believes that Bivol's skill set makes him a slight favorite in the fight.
I think he looked absolutely fantastic. I think you're going to see a career-defining performance from Dmitry Bivol on Saturday.
Dmitry Bivol, being an undefeated light heavyweight champion, has a record of 22 wins, 11 KOs, and 0 losses. The initial bout between Beterbiev and Bivol was a masterclass in boxing prowess. Beterbiev's relentless aggression was met with Bivol's technical finesse, resulting in a contest so close that one judge scored it a draw, while the others leaned slightly towards Beterbiev. Teddy Atlas explained that in their first fight, Bivol likely had certain expectations about facing Beterbiev, but once he was actually in the ring, he realized there were things he hadn't fully understood until experiencing them firsthand. Going through that battle gave him answers to questions he didn't even know he had.
I just think that being in there with this guy, this boogeyman, he got some answers to some questions that he might have thought he had going in the first time, but he didn't have. Because you don't have them until you're in there and you actually go through that experience.
Teddy Atlas explained that since their first fight, Beterbiev had more time to fully recover and rehab his knee, which could make a difference in his performance. Atlas suggested that a healthier, more physically prepared Beterbiev could be an even tougher challenge for Bivol this time around. He said, "I also think that Beterbiev might be better because he had more time to recover the knee, to rehab the knee." Bivol has held the WBA title since 2017 and gained worldwide recognition after dominating Canelo Alvarez in 2022 to defend his belt.
I will try to do all my best and I will try to be better.
Known for his elite footwork, defensive skills, and high ring IQ, Bivol has consistently outboxed dangerous opponents. With his disciplined and technical style, he now looks to become the undisputed champion by defeating Artur Beterbiev and claiming all major light heavyweight titles.
It's must to be win, by Dmitry Bivol. He has to win. He must to win this fight. He must to work on his mistakes and make better fight.
With fight night fast approaching, Dmitry Bivol confidently predicts victory, promising to do what no one has done before: stop the relentless Artur Beterbiev. His words shake up the boxing world, adding even more intensity to an already explosive showdown.
To be honest, this fight is not only about belts for me. Now I realize that I want rematch more than belts.
Bivol's statement isn't just for hype, it's a declaration of intent. Promoter Eddie Hearn stands firmly in his corner, highlighting Bivol's motivation and drive. He added, "Dmitry is about legacy, he's about achievement, he's about championships, and this fight is everything to him. But ambition alone won't win this battle." Beterbiev, known for his devastating knockout power, has bulldozed through every opponent he's faced. He doesn't fight for points, he fights to destroy. With an undefeated record built on sheer dominance, he plans to make Bivol his next victim. Bivol's confidence isn't just talent, it's backed by years of outclassing elite competition. His game revolves around precision, ring control, and a defensive style that frustrates opponents. While critics question his knockout power, those who understand the sport recognize the danger in his skill set. His footwork keeps him elusive, his jab controls the pace, and his defense makes it incredibly hard for him to hit cleanly. Fighters don't just lose to Bivol, they get systematically broken down.
Bivol is the master. He's the ultimate technician.
He has good speed and good boxing skills, enough power,
Bivol loves to use his legs, meaning he loves to glide in the ring, box side to side. He doesn't run whatsoever. He just knows how to box on his toes.
He can punch. His footwork is incredible. His defense, his jab, his IQ. He's a complete all-round fighter.
As fight night approaches, both boxers have engaged in open workouts, offering fans and analysts a window into their training camps. Artur Beterbiev, at 40, continues to defy age with his formidable power and conditioning. During his session, he demonstrated his strength by effortlessly wielding a sledgehammer, a testament to to his rigorous training regimen. Observers couldn't help but draw parallels to the iconic training montages of Rocky Balboa, with Beterbiev's coach and fans expressing amazement at his prowess.
When he gets the motor running, he's running you over. You know, he just, you know, it takes him a while to get up to 50, 60, 70, but then he's going. He's on the highway, and he's on the motorcade.
Dmitry Bivol's workout, in contrast, highlighted his emphasis on speed, agility, and defensive maneuvers. Having been the first to take Beterbiev the distance, Bivol is acutely aware of the challenges ahead. His drills focused on lateral movement, quick combinations, and counterpunching, all designed to neutralize Beterbiev's aggression. Bivol's demeanor exuded determination, with a clear intent to adapt and overcome the hurdles he faced in their previous encounter. In the lead-up to the bout between tensions flared during the final press conference, promoter Eddie Hearn, representing Bivol, had previously labeled Beterbiev as arrogant, a comment that didn't sit well with the undefeated champion. When the press conference host brought up Hearn's remark, Beterbiev questioned the intent, asking if they were trying to instigate a fight between him and Hearn.
What they say, you want to make fight with Eddie? No?
Yeah, he called you arrogant.
Why you do that?
He called you arrogant.
It really can be, but I can do something, you know. Why you?
Don't worry about me. You have to get through him first.
But why you talk like this?
When he's finished with you, it'll be easier for me.
Hearn retorted, suggesting Beterbiev should focus on his upcoming match with Bivol. In a surprising turn, Beterbiev humorously proposed a bout with Hearn, noting his less-than-ideal physical condition. Hearn deflected, admitting his poor shape and emphasizing his role as a promoter.
Why? We no need finish with him. Why finish with him tomorrow?
Really?
But you
Saturday?
Today maybe.
Just
today.
the weigh-in tomorrow?
Maybe today. You?
Maybe. I don't think it would be a tough fight. You need a real
I think
challenge.
you're not good condition now.
I mean, terrible.
Yeah?
But I think you need to switch on for this guy.
Okay. You talk a lot. I know.
That's my job.
Yeah.
You should try it.
Okay. We'll see in Saturday. This Saturday.
This exchange added an unexpected layer of drama to the event, highlighting the palpable tension between the camps. Artur Beterbiev made it clear that he doesn't approach fights with anger or an obsession with knocking out his opponents. Instead, he emphasized that his primary focus is on performing well in the ring and showcasing his boxing skills. Beterbiev, known for his brutal knockout power, wanted to remind everyone that he is not just a brawler but a disciplined and strategic fighter who values technique just as much as power. He said, "It's not angry, but it's good. Like, it is boxing, you know? I never focus for knockout or something. I'm more focused to do good boxing." Artur Beterbiev is renowned for his relentless pressure and knockout power. With an impressive record of 21 wins, 20 by knockout, his approach is straightforward. Overwhelm opponents with continuous aggression, cutting off the ring, and delivering punishing blows. His ability to absorb punches and maintain forward momentum often forces adversaries into survival mode, limiting their offensive opportunities. Eddie Hearn made it clear that Artur Beterbiev is much more than just a power puncher. While many see him as a relentless knockout artist, Hearn pointed out that Beterbiev also has a high level of technical skill that often goes unnoticed. He accepted, saying, "Beterbiev is a monster. He has extraordinary power. He has extraordinary strength. Technically much better than people give him credit for, but he is a beast." Beterbiev's ability to mix raw strength with sharp boxing skills makes him stand out from most fighters. While his knockouts get the most attention, his refined technique and smart approach in the ring are just as important. That combination of power and precision is what makes him such a threat to anyone who faces him. Hearn didn't stop there. He went on to highlight Beterbiev's place in boxing history, making a bold claim about his legacy. He added, "Beterbiev is already great, but a victory for him would cement him as the greatest light heavyweight of our generation." Joe Rogan took his praise for Artur Beterbiev to another level, emphasizing the sheer physical intensity that defines him as a fighter. Beterbiev isn't just strong, his work ethic and training are as punishing as the way he fights. Rogan acknowledged that his power isn't just a gift, but the result of an unrelenting dedication to pushing his body to its absolute limits. He added, "This guy is a animal. He's 18-0 with 18 knockouts. Jesus, he's the only world champion that's in boxing today that has a 100% knockout ratio for every fight he's ever been in." Rogan's words reinforce the fearsome reputation Beterbiev carries into the ring. His knockout streak isn't just about landing heavy shots, it's a reflection of his overwhelming pressure, stamina, and ability to break opponents down systematically. His training regimen plays a huge role in that dominance, allowing him to keep up an exhausting pace that few can withstand.
Did you see Artur Beterbiev, who is fighting Dmitry Bivol?
Yes.
He did a hammer workout on a tire where he hit a tire for an hour.
What?
He hit a tire for an hour with a sledgehammer.
Dagestanis are made of different. Okay.
He's Chechnyan.
Is he Chechen?
But same shit.
Mountain people.
Hamzat Chimaev, savage people.
Yeah.
And he's one of the scariest boxers of all time. The only fight that he had as a professional that went the distance is Bivol.
I know.
He was
Hands up.
19-0 with 19 knockouts.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
When you have your hands up with him, he'll still concuss you.
Yeah.
He hits that hard.
There's a great video where this boxer who was, a world-class boxer, who's a professional, got brought in to box Beterbiev, and his coach said to him, just do your best. He's like, do my best? Do my best? What the fuck are you talking? Do my best? I'm gonna fuck this dude up. And he goes, and he hit me. The first time he hit me, it was like nothing I'd ever experienced in my life. Like, it was almost like my body left me, and I was like standing there.
Dmitry Bivol, on the other hand, is the epitome of technical boxing. His strategy revolves around precision, timing, and ring generalship. Bivol employs a sharp jab to control distance, combined with swift footwork to evade attacks and create angles for counters. His defensive acumen ensures he takes minimal damage while systematically accumulating points, wearing down opponents both mentally and physically. The boxing community is divided in its predictions. Promoter Frank Warren and former champion Carl Froch lean towards Beterbiev, citing his formidable power as a decisive factor. Froch remarked, Beterbiev's relentless pressure and knockout ability make him a tough challenge for anyone. The contrast between Beterbiev and Bivol's styles is stark, yet it's this very difference that makes their matchups so compelling. Beterbiev's brute force and unyielding approach can be overwhelming, but it also leaves openings that a sharp counterpuncher like Bivol can exploit. Bivol's discipline and tactical prowess allow him to navigate dangerous waters, but to dethrone a powerhouse like Beterbiev, he may need to take calculated risks, stepping out of his comfort zone to deliver impactful blows that could sway the judges or lead to a stoppage. Amir Khan, a personal friend of Bivol, expressed his support, stating, "I'm rooting for Bivol. His dedication and strategy can lead him to victory." Artur Beterbiev's raw power isn't just something he was born with, it's something he relentlessly builds in training. Videos of him effortlessly performing barbell twists highlight his unreal core strength and body control. The ease with which he moves the weight makes it clear why his punches carry such devastating force. However, when looking ahead to a possible rematch, Dave Coldwell was less certain about the outcome. He pointed out a key detail from their first encounter. Beterbiev didn't attack Bivol's body as early as expected, which stood out considering his usual aggressive approach.
Really? I thought Bivol won the first fight. This time, I don't know, because I was surprised that Beterbiev didn't go to the body in the first fight until later on in the fight, and I was like, I think it was with Callum Simpson, who was working for Sky, and it was with Callum Simpson, I think, and I was like, he's not gone to the body at all, and that really surprised me.
Coldwell predicted that if they faced off again, Beterbiev would likely adjust his strategy and focus on breaking Bivol down with body shots much earlier. He believed this shift in tactics could make things much more difficult for Bivol, as Beterbiev's power would have a greater impact with a sustained body attack from the start.
I think this time round, I do think that Beterbiev will go to the body earlier, so it could make it a harder fight for Bivol.
At the same time, Coldwell noted that Bivol would enter a rematch with a different mindset. After proving he could handle Beterbiev's power and go toe-to-toe with him, Bivol would have the confidence to fight on his terms, knowing he could hold his own at the highest level.
But then Bivol will have that more confident about him because he's been in there, he's tasted that power of Beterbiev, and he now knows, rather than thinks he can beat him, he now knows that he can hang with the power. He now knows that, because in the exchanges, he was coming off really well. So I don't know who wins.
You're not, Dave,
right now,
you're 50-50.
I'm 50-50 right now, but I'm going to go out to the fight and I might change. I might pin it down.
Beterbiev's team plays a crucial role in sharpening his skills. His head trainer, Mark Ramsey, is a highly respected Canadian coach known for his tactical approach and ability to refine elite fighters. Assisting him is John Scully, a former professional boxer turned trainer with a wealth of experience working with top-tier fighters. Together, they form a team that blends technical expertise with a deep understanding of what it takes to dominate at the highest level. In a DAZN documentary, Ramsey discussed how rematches provide valuable advantages. He explained that every fight offers new lessons, allowing his team to adjust their strategy based on past experiences. While both fighters learn from the first encounter, Ramsey emphasizes that having that extra knowledge makes preparation even more precise.
This is always like new information that we have from the previous fight. And of course, this is a little bit different, but a very good camp. The fact that we have some information now, we face the guy, we know him a little bit more. That's also true for himself. Like, he knows us a little bit better, but we have more information to start a training camp.
Ramsey also reflected on one of Beterbiev's biggest victories, but admitted that, despite winning, he wasn't completely satisfied with the performance. Even after achieving a defining moment in his career, he and Beterbiev both believed they could have done better. Winning titles wasn't the ultimate goal. It was about always striving for something more inside the ring, regardless of who the opponent was, including a potential showdown with Dmitry Bivol.
It's so fun because when we did the debriefing of the fight, I sat down with Artur. I said, listen, Artur, it's probably the biggest win as a coach that I ever had. It's your biggest win also, but I'm not happy. I'm not happy about the result. I believe that we can do way better than what we did. And Artur looked at me and said, I feel the same way. Like, I'm happy because I win, like, undisputed the championship, but to be honest, I know that I can do better. It's not about title, it's not about Bivol, it's just what we can do in that ring, and we know that we can do better, no doubt.
Beyond strategy and fight preparation, Beterbiev's training methods continue to impress and baffle fans. In a recent documentary, he demonstrated one of his most brutal exercises, a push-up variation where he shifts his weight from his fingertips to his knuckles before rolling onto the backs of his wrists. The movement is so unnatural that some see it as proof of his insane toughness and elite conditioning, while others dismiss it as pure theatrics.
It's like for twisted, like for wrists. The bistro.
Conversely, fighters like Tony Bellew and Shakur Stevenson believe in Bivol's potential to adapt and overcome. Bellew noted, Bivol's technical skills and speed give him the tools to outbox Beterbiev, especially if he makes the right adjustments from their first fight. Callum Smith shared his thoughts on the highly anticipated rematch between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol, predicting a fight that could closely mirror their first clash. He acknowledged that both men would have their moments. Beterbiev's relentless pressure could break through at times, while Bivol's sharp movement and technical boxing would also give him opportunities. However, Smith pointed out a crucial factor that could play a role in the rematch: Beterbiev's age.
I think it'll be very similar to the first fight. I think there'll be parts where Beterbiev's pressure is a little bit too much, and there'll be parts where Bivol's boxing ability and sharpness is having a lot of success, which I think we've seen both times in the first fight. I don't know, it's the age question again. Beterbiev was 40 a few weeks ago, and that was a tough fight, probably the toughest one of his career, and how much can your body take at that age? And I don't know, I just think the longer...
At 40 years old, Beterbiev is coming off one of the most grueling fights of his career. His aggressive, high-intensity style demands a lot physically, and Smith questioned how much longer he could sustain that kind of pace. He suggested that time might be on Bivol's side, as the younger, fresher fighter. If the fight drags into the later rounds, Bivol could gain the upper hand by surviving the early pressure and finishing strong. He said, I just think the longer we wait for the fight, the more I favor Bivol. I think he might have a little bit more success, be able to weather the storm late on. I think it'll be a very close fight. I'm just leaning towards Bivol being that little bit fresher. Jai Opetaia voiced his support for Dmitry Bivol and saw Bivol as the fighter with the advantage. With Bivol's sharp technique and proven performances, Opetaia's confidence in him adds to the growing belief that he has the tools to overcome the challenge. His endorsement further emphasizes just how competitive this fight will be and why many see Bivol as a serious threat to Beterbiev's dominance.
Dmitry Bivol, Artur Beterbiev, how does that play out in your eyes, Joe?
An exciting fight, man. I keep going back and forth. Not really. I've always been a Bivol. I'm always leaning towards Bivol, but
it's how good a fight it is when you get closer, you kind of start changing your mind a little bit.
Beterbiev is a great fighter. I'm just leaning a bit more towards Bivol because I respect the feet work. I'm more of a boxing style more than a walk forward type of boxer. You know what I mean? So this one's for all the boxers. Beterbiev, man, it's a real test. You know what I mean? The the person who's going to win is the person who makes minimum mistakes. So
As the fight draws closer, the question remains, will Bivol's precision and movement be enough to dismantle Beterbiev's raw power, or will the undefeated knockout artist prove once again why he's the most feared man in the division? Who do you think walks away victorious? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all the latest fight news.